Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy and today's video is a little bit different because I usually live stream on a Sunday, but I'm currently away at Burley Horse Trials for a rare weekend off. So I thought that I would bring you guys something a little bit different because you have been requesting this for absolutely ages, over a year now, and that is an updated room tour / what kind of equipment I use for all of my drawings and everything. So that's what I'm going to bring to you guys today. I'm going to show you my workspace, everything that I have on my shelves here which helps me to create my coloured pencil drawings, my most favourite equipment, that kind of thing. I also haven't cleaned my desk or any of this stuff, so you get to see it as I kind of work in it day to day. It's a little bit disgusting for me to look at right now, and I'm kind of ashamed because there's paint all over the desk. But you're going to see that, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are in my studio. I apologise for the change in audio. It is really difficult to record the audio using my microphone, so I'm using the DSLR audio recorder built-in kind of microphone thing for this, so I apologise if the audio isn't as good as the intro and outro. But yeah, this is my workspace. This is it as a whole. As you can see, it's full of stuff and is a little bit messy. So I'm going to start on my desk here. So obviously I've got my iMac there, I've got recording equipment, a secondary screen which is really handy for editing and live streaming and stuff. On my wall here I have some of my original drawings. Got my Kestrel cat eye study, I've got an original Paul Miller eye study there as well, Flamingo, yeah, Alexa or whatever it's called, don't work. I did not ask for your help, thank you very much.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Yes, okay. Good. I have my lights above my desk here, which I actually innovatively designed myself because the rack which they're sitting on is actually a cutlery utensil rack from Bunnings, and I looked at it and I thought that would absolutely be perfect for holding my lights rather than having tripods at either end of my desk. So like my tripod would sit behind here where my microphone is at the moment, and behind the Mac as well. It was really awkward because they'd wobble every time I moved. So yeah, I used a utensil rack. As for recording equipment, I know some of you guys are really interested in what I use for recording. So I have my top-down tripod which comes all the way over my desk. This camera that I'm using is usually sitting in here, seated in there. And yeah, it records all the process, top-down footage, really easy. There I have my face cam, webcam for live streaming and intros and outros and that kind of thing, basically anything that doesn't require that camera, which is on my old microphone arm. So this comes up and over, which is useful for live streaming if I don't want to use the DSLR, that thing. And I have my microphone here as well, which is a Rode Podcaster on a really nice arm. It's really nice and smooth. So yeah, that is my recording setup. And on my desk we have paint from doing some watercolour pieces from Wednesday's Twitch live stream. I've got a Stream Deck there, which is a new gadget for me for streaming. And yeah, basically the desk is pretty boring because not much really goes on the desk. The action is here. This is where the action is. For anybody wanting to know supplies, this is your part now. So I'm going to start at the bottom of the bookcase and also underneath the desk. That is a mess. See my cable management? Lovely. But basically underneath my desk is where all of my paper is stored. You can see like all the paper's falling out. I've got my desk cleaning solution, printer for invoices and stuff like that, half finished paintings and drawings on that board just there. Got a pastel eye study which I never completed. So yeah. On here though, down here is where I keep most of my supplies. I'm going to get right in here. So this is like packaging supplies, just miscellaneous bits and bobs. I've got cables for my scanner, light bulbs, boxes for my phone and stuff, trimmer, spare frames, account log folder things, tapes, basically anything that isn't really used that often is kept there. I also have a picture there that needs to be sent off, and a random print in a frame which needs to be taken out and, yeah, repurposed. But on here, the next shelf, I've got my in and out trays, which are currently being used to hold all of the blue pencils that I'm using for the macaw drawing. Let me focus that, there we go. Yeah, the files have collapsed onto one another. I need to fix that once again. A pot of water from, again, Wednesday's live stream, which I haven't cleaned up yet. And basically all of my watercolour supplies, paintbrushes, anything that kind of isn't coloured pencil related. So I've got some palettes there, 3 palettes, some pencil cases with some random pencils in as well. So guys, this is more your type of thing for you coloured pencil enthusiasts. This is my drawer of loveliness. So all of the blue pencils have been taken out. But yeah, on my chest of drawers here, I've got my luminance pencils in the first 3. Yep, they all need readjusting and like putting in order because that's annoying. Spare pencils in there. In the next one we have the Pablo pencils. So all of those pretty, look at how pretty they are. And that one as well. Some really random pro markers as well in there. And then along here we have a whole basket of spare pencils. So that is slowly filling up. I also have erasers in there, really random bits and bobs. On top of here I have my old Prismacolor tin, which is actually home to my graphite pencils now. And then we have my Zest-It blending sponge, some sharpeners, my Scotch Magic tape, brush and pencil titanium white mixture, powder blender, all of that good stuff there. And then here I have random supplies. So I have my Arteza coloured pencils, I have some Pitt pastel pencils, Stabilo pastel pencils, and then I have my Shinhan watercolours as well. And then back here I've got some really random prints, some cellophane bags for my whole box of cards, which needs arranging down there, and some wet wipes as well for cleaning my desk, and a random piece of tape which I'm going to remove. So up on the next shelf I have all of my coloured pencils and coloured pencil supplies. So this is arranged really kind of weirdly in these 3 pots here, but these pots are all organised into Prismacolors. I've got 3 pots of Prismacolors, the full set of the Prismacolors there. In this one we have some Polychromos. Not all of them are in there. They are sort of distributed between this jar and this one here, which is a bit of a jumble at the moment. But yeah, I need to remove this pot of water. Let's just move that out the way. So this is actually my pencil shaving bin for pastels and stuff. But it's proven itself to be really useful for holding all of the random pencils which I haven't managed to put away yet. So this is the pot which I use when pencils need to be put away in their homes in these drawers. So that is full of those. My pencil buddy, this Derwent pencil buddy, is where I keep all of the materials that I'm using for current tutorial. So some of those pencils have been used on that, which I've just finished, well, a couple of days ago now. Yeah, and this pot back here is supposed to be like the browns and more neutral toned colours of the Polychromos, but I haven't, that's sort of a mishmash at the moment as well. I have my Derwent Superpoint Mini right there as well, which is housed nicely. And then I have randomly one of the new Derwent Lightfast pencils, which was sent to me by one of my lovely subscribers. So I'm yet to try that out. And a random embossing tool, which is just sitting there. It should be in the pencil buddy, but it hasn't made its way there yet. So those are pretty much all of the supplies that I use. All of the colour pencil tutorials and everything are made using these supplies here. Fluffy Broom, Caran d'Ache Luminance, polychromos, Prismacolors every now and then obviously I've got those drawers which are filled with my supplies as well. For those of you wondering what tape I use to secure my drawings to my desk, it is just Scotch Magic tape, the one that's like slightly frosted in appearance there, so I use that to tape my drawings to my desk. Sharpener is the Derwent Superpoint Mini. Embossing tool, I have a few of them, they're all in that pot back there. There's some floating around in there. But all of the materials that I have, or you've seen in this section, are all listed in the description below if you want to go and check them out. So yeah, they're all down there for you, but I'm just showing you visually how they're all set out, my kind of thought process behind this storage system. Up here is a little bit boring. This is just sort of, this middle shelf here is, I didn't really know what to put on that because it was really thin. So I've just sort of used that as like an ornament mantle, I suppose. So I've got my Tsum Tsums there, random quotes, some mini framed prints which I'm yet to sell, my pet rock, there's my pet rock, all of the dust on my shelf as well, that's really nice. This guy, which is really cute and pink and fluffy. But then the top shelf here, if it will focus, is basically my sketchbook and magazine shelf. So all of the magazines which I've been featured in, any books that I find useful for referencing and stuff like that is all up there, as well as a store for this guy because he was taped here. He was taped to here, but he kept falling off, so I had to just store him up there for the time being. But yeah, I've got like sewing books, creative lettering, some magazines which I have been featured in, diaries which contain customer information and stuff like that. Packaging stuff is up here as well, so I've got some tape for framing and mounting, some fixative business cards, all of that kind of lovely stuff is up there. And at the very top is just, well, that's just nothing really. So let me just take, oh, almost fell over there. Let me just take a step back so you can see the whole thing. That is basically my setup, so it's kind of like a corner desk, but kind of not, because you've got the bookcase there, which isn't really like desk space, but it's usable space and storage space. So yeah, that is my entire setup. A run through of some of the supplies and everything that I use. So mainly this shelf is just of interest to you coloured pencil nerds. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this space. If you have any questions on my equipment or anything else, then obviously pop them in the comments below and I will answer them in time for you guys. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed seeing my workspace where I create all of the art and all of the equipment and everything that I use to create my videos. And I hope that this has inspired some of you if you are unsure of what to put in your art space or supplies or anything like that. I hope that this has provided at least some kind of inspiration for you, and it hasn't just been a cringe fest looking at the dust and the dirt all on my desk, because it is disgusting. It's creeping me out right now. So yeah, as I said in the beginning, this is a little bit different to the Sunday live streams and sort of art tutorials and coloured pencil demonstrations in general, but I hope you have enjoyed this video all the same. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Your support and your comments and all of those thumbs up that you give me on all of my videos mean the absolute world to me. So if you've liked this one, make sure you do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you enjoyed my workspace. What do you think I could do to improve it, if anything? What do you like and what don't you like? Leave me a comment down below and let's get interacting. If you're new around here and you like this video and you want to see more sort of in-depth tutorials and more coloured pencil demonstrations, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button and tick that bell icon to be notified of all of my future videos. I usually post tutorials and I live stream on Sundays as well. Anyway guys, I will see you on Friday. I hope you have a good week and I will see you later. Bye!